Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're asking, where's the data? It's been a question I've been asking myself for like over a year now. And I got to thinking about this reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail, pattayamail.com. Article is titled, Water, Water Everywhere, but Not a Drop to Squirt. The thrust of that article is talking about Songkran primarily, and those who are interested in that topic, go ahead and read that article. A lot going on in there. As usual with the Pattaya Mail, a lot of good data points, a lot of good information. But this excerpt is why I decided to make this video. Quoting directly, the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration is aware that the national purpose of Songkran is to get the tills ringing, but a return to water sports at the moment could increase the odds on coronavirus biting even harder. The only legal way to splash water, according to Dr. Tawisan Wisanyo, will be to select an open, quote, open and spacious area, unquote, and apply for a permit to start the fun. However, the organizers must ensure no alcohol is on tap, masks are worn at all times, even when moist, physical distance is observed, and white substances forbidden. By white substances, I think they mean the prickly heat powder. Quoting further, anyone attending must show evidence of a negative ATK test, although to whom and how is not exactly free of ambiguity. Yeah, well, there's a lot of ambiguity going on in here. I want to break this down kind of point by point. So, first off, I noticed this just across the board. Things are just stated as if they're self-evident, and we're living in a world where the self-evident seems to be ignored, and really bizarre claims are being put forward as if they're self-evident. A perfect example is this. The Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration is aware that the national purpose of Songkran is to get the tills ringing. Well, okay, fair dues on that. Yes, there is a business component, commercial component, but there's also, there's a history to Songkran. It's Thai New Year, it's a festival sort of renewal, it's about Thai families getting together. So there's a lot going on other than commercialism. But leave that aside. I don't think that's an unfair assessment, especially under the circumstances. Folks are wanting to get Songkran going so we can get some money moving around. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Quoting further, but a return to water sports at the moment could increase the odds on coronavirus biting even harder. How? Why? Where's the data for any of that? We've had, by that, so why isn't there more transmission from showers or from watering lawns or from swimming in pools? We haven't seen any data that confirms this. That's been my biggest issue here. Quoting further, the only legal way to splash water. Okay, so it's illegal to splash water, which again, according to spokesman Dr. Tawisan Wisanyo, will be to select and quote, open and spacious area and apply for a permit to start the fun. So how does the permit, what does the permit accomplish in the mitigation of spread? How does having a legal document have any impact on that issue whatsoever? I don't understand that. Further, quoting further, however, the organizers must ensure no alcohol is on tap. Really? Why? What is having a beer around these festivities have anything to do with that issue? With spread of anything, really, in a epidemiological sense. Masks are worn at all times, even when moist, which I have to imagine there are ramifications for wearing around a moist mask, but again, I'm a layperson when it comes to the medical profession. I'll leave that aside. And also, we've discussed this before in other videos. The WHO has noted that in an outdoor context, masks are not really doing much of anything. We've quoted that on this channel before. But okay, leave that where it is. Physical distance is observed and white substances forbidden. Well, I didn't know prickly heat was particularly known to help spread this particular illness. You know, again, all of this is again, it's stated, and this is throughout the media. I'm not picking on Pati and Mail. I really don't want to seem that way, because sometimes I'll be quoting an article from anywhere and it'll seem like, oh, you're just focusing on, no, I usually go to the article I first found, and then I go and I kind of check the, I don't know what you want to call it, the ether, if you will, surrounding that topic out on the internet, and see if that's kind of the overall meme that's running around. And believe me when I say it is, that there's this meme out there that it's just self-evident that somehow Songkran is going to make everything in the world worse with respect to this overall issue. And again, and I'm ready to stand corrected. You know, if anybody has any data to back up any of these assertions, I'll be the first one to read it on here. You know, I'm happy to stand corrected, but I just, you know, the point now, it's 2 years. We've been doing this 2 years. We know what this is. And it appears, you know, and this notion, oh, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Well, after 2 years, it pretty well is. You know, I think we can pretty well say we've proven the negative, that a lot of these protocols aren't really doing much of anything. And especially in the context of upcoming festivities, I fail to see where any data has been presented to affirm that these are necessary protocols. And let's be clear, where the default setting is, you know, the default setting is essentially freedom, not having to deal with any of this stuff. It's incumbent upon those who want to impose the restrictions to show that they are necessary. And after 2 years, I've yet to see any appreciable data that suggests the necessity of these protocols at this point in time.